everyone, it is Liam Caddison here, and we're reacting to Angel as we get into episode number 11 of season 3. It's been exactly 1 month in terms of a recording perspective since I last recorded an Angel episode. Of course, with the whole moving process that I've gone through, I put a few things on pause whilst I got the majority of things sorted out, so yeah. But also, I just want to show a little something. I mean, this might not be new information in terms of when this is going to be out in terms of a YouTube perspective, but in terms of a recording perspective, this is new to me, so let there be light. Yeah, I've got a new, like, kind of aesthetic in the mix, so yeah, and I really do like it. Like red, it's appropriate for Angel, so yeah. I've even got a Buffy one for when I do Buffy, like, hey. But yes, we're reacting to episode 11 of season 3 of Angel, halfway mark after this. Quite hectic stuff in the last episode, of course, with Connor now welcomed to the world. And we also got a name, which was very wholesome. We saw Angel mold into the father life, of course, him being a single parent now after Dala's sacrifice, and juggling all of these responsibilities, trying to, you know, be a good father. Yeah, it was quite hectic amongst, you know, the demons and people chasing after Connor. So yeah, it was quite the hectic episode. But you know, we've got Angel and how he's got the support of Angel Investigations. I mean, he might be a single parent, but you know, his family are there. Angel Investigations, they're going to be there to, you know, help out Angel as he tackles on this new role in life, in I guess, in terms of being a father. So yeah, but excited to check this episode out, so why don't we delve into episode number 11 of season 3 for Angel. Let's go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to
Hey!
you. Happy birthday, dear Cordy.
Did you make a wish?
I sure did. Jude Law was a little busy, huh?
Oh, not disappointing. Well,
If you get Anya here.
Wanting presents.
Do you want to hold the baby now?
Thank you. Oh, honey.
Oh.
Take the baby.
You're choosing birthday gifts over my kid?
Take the baby. Take the baby. Take the baby.
Oh, yeah, she's having a, oh, bloody hell.
A girl. She's.
Cody.
Oh.
Dad?
No.
This is some kind of bizarre birthday present you guys cooked up. All right, joke's on me. Now put me back in my
I mean, I've had terrible presents, but I would want a refund on that.
About a girl.
That's right. She's in a house on Oak Street, the middle of Reseda. It feels like we have some time here, but
complex instrument.
you can't hear me at all, can you?
Celtrax is potent, but it doesn't cause catatonia.
I'm picking up some hardcore
Oh, now-
vibes in the room. This ain't
Like,
medical,
I
kids.
don't think they've known about her
mystical.
taking, like,
That's what I'm saying. There's so much
you
we
know,
don't
tablets
know.
for her
Hey, if Cordelia's taking a
visions.
drug this powerful in secret, the visions are probably doing a lot more damage than she left on.
This last one must have overloaded her.
Don't say last.
You know, former. But I'm Fred. It's nice to meet you.
Fred, you are so cool.
Two wholesome, you know, souls, I guess. It's perfect.
You might want to do go sit down.
Oh, Dennis.
But we need to see whatever she's been hiding from us. Or, I mean, unless you so hype on the ghost in life that you want her to join you.
No, not Dan. I think he's scared. Dennis.
Look through the under.
MRIs and CAT scans. It's been going on for over a year. Why couldn't you let me in? I could have helped you.
She's probably scared
He's so
about...
furious.
You're furious? I get body jacked on my birthday, and you're the one that's furious?
Acting the powers is a muddy, not to mention dangerous area. But this is a bit much to ask.
I'm not asking.
Oh. He's not playing any games. I mean, at least Angel's body has been taken over for the greater good this time.
How are you a champion? In what way are you a champion?
The news isn't good. The tests show widespread neuroelectrical deterioration.
That's just a fancy way of saying...
She's dying.
I think I like the fancy way better.
I'm still working on the mystical aspect, trance states, astral projection, spiritual
No.
possession, but
Wait, is that Skip?
How's it going?
It's Skip! Skip!
Well, here, I like here.
But you see, there's a slight problem. You don't belong here anymore.
Guess
No,
I'm dead.
no,
Not yet.
no, no.
But you will be. Very
Can we
soon.
ixnay on the dead, please?
Unless
Because I'm not having any of that shit.
Come with me.
Well,
There has to be a way.
I'll follow you to find dead areas of the cerebrum. Normally you wouldn't see a scan like that.
Unless the person was a cucumber.
What the shit?
Oh, for the love of God, somebody get me a sea breeze.
Lauren, what happened?
I can't really talk about it.
What the hell?
So we can kick to give you a choice, but we'll get to that later. Right now, there's something I want you to see.
God. Doyle gave me the visions because he loved me?
I can't answer that. What I can tell you is that it was a mistake.
But I thought the powers that be knew everything. Last vision I had blew out the back of my skull. We wasn't meant to have the visions, us humans. You want my advice? You listen to our man Skip here. He won't steer you wrong this one.
No, we love
Get outta
Skip.
here. Drew you offsides. What would happen then?
I'd, score a touchdown.
Metaphorically
Oh.
speaking, heck yeah.
Is he
Inside
talking
every
about
living
how
thing, there's a connection to the powers that be.
life could have been
Called
different?
instinct, intuition. Deep down, we all know our purpose in this world.
But no angel.
Cordelia,
She's
I
been
want you to listen to me.
fundamental
If you go back
to some of
inside your
Angel's
body,
victories.
you won't wake up. You will lie there, unable to move, unable to speak, until the next vision hits you, and then you will die.
She's weak.
Skip, get me out of here now.
Come on!
You're killing her.
Of course, you're gonna present the bad
And
bits
she's alone.
to
Who
Cordy.
knows if she's in pain?
it is angry.
Or the things taken out of context, should I say.
I'm more afraid of her dying than she is.
You could say she's chasing her dreams. But you know, if
One,
if
two,
anything,
three,
I would
four.
take this over seeing Cordy dying.
I'm gonna make my dad come back and live with us again.
Uh-oh.
I'm pretty sure I did everything right. Even though I spilled some Diet Coke on the
Cynthia-
book I was using and had to improvise a little.
Oh yeah, that's gonna do it. Cynthia, I say this as someone who is is not supporting Willow with her shenanigans. Don't. Wow.
That happens. Wesley, what are you doing here, and what happened to your other arm?
What the heck? Wesley? Where's Angel?
Weird going on with me, like Sunnydale weird.
Oh
Oh
my
yeah,
god.
because she would have known Wesley.
My mom is gonna freak.
Diet Coke will get it out.
And when Doyle, his only friend, died, he retreated into himself.
Him getting the visions didn't help either.
Angel.
So let me get this straight. Angel gets the visions of people who are gonna die.
So Doyle gave Angel the
He
visions
tells
in this?
you, and you go out and slay, and this is how you make your living?
So why don't we just tell him you stopped by and said hi?
Wesley. I've got to see him.
I'm really worried, but... Oh, it's kind of like Pylea all over again.
Angel, it's okay.
You hear me?
Everything is gonna be
It wasn't
okay.
my fault. I couldn't do anything. Nothing I could.
This really, really does break my heart. Oh my god! Did she get the...
I know my purpose in this world, and it includes the visions. And if the powers that be aren't complete dumbasses, they know it too.
Hard ask there.
There may be a tiny loophole.
Do it! Do it!
Now think about that.
No, just do it!
The only way you get to keep the visions is by becoming part demon.
So, demonize me already.
Shit.
It was an
Really?
honor being your guide, Cordelia Chase.
It was lovely to see you, Skip. So we're getting Demon Cordelia?
The one I'm having right now. There's a young man in a park in Glendale.
And it's
somewhere
Strobe.
near a pond. There's a
Oh.
demon waiting for him. He's
They're
red
expecting her to...
with 4... No, make it 5 horns.
Cordy?
I'm... Ah! That's a side effect, right? Just floats. Like, woo! If the side effects are just for the giggles, then I'll take it. Like, I don't know. I don't know. She does that thing that Lorne was doing, yeah. Oh, I don't know. Look, like, let's just make it harmless, okay? Because Cordelia doesn't deserve any agony. Stuff like that. That could be a side effect, okay? She turns invisible, like, for 20 seconds a day. Take that. She... For like a brief moment, she has an outburst of like speaking. Something just harmless, okay? That's all we're asking for, okay? So yeah. But part demon. I'm guessing that she's going to be kind of like Angel in terms of, well, you're going to keep your physical like appearances. You're not going to grow any horns or whatever. You're just gonna, like, multi-class, essentially, so, yeah, but, look, I wasn't prepared to lose Cordelia, so, yeah, and, that really got, like, tough at times, especially with how this has been an ongoing, situation this season. I mean, like, episode 2, like, when she had when she last had a very, very, aggressive reaction to the powers. Yeah. I just want to know one thing, though. Like, Doyle kissed Cordy to give the powers. We know that. Cordy kissed Angel to get the powers. And with Angel getting the powers, does that mean that he, smooched it with Doyle or something? Because, yeah. Doyle still died in that. I'm assuming the event still played out as it did in episode 9 of season 1. Just Angel took Cordy's place. And it was really, really heartbreaking, so apologies if you could hear, like, commotion going on in the background, because it's windy as out there. It's insane. I don't know what's going up with the weather. I mean, last week it was like gallons of snow, and now it's like windy as heck. So yeah, welcome to the UK. But that was a phenomenal episode. I really loved how this episode went by and how it was a great, I'd say, celebration with to seeing how far Cordy has come as a character. Because, this is this being her birthday, this is a celebration of Cordelia, of how she has grown so much, ever since, I guess season 1 of Buffy, but no, like, you could say the beginning of Angel, but Cordy has existed before Angel season 1, episode 1, of course, and, even through her tenure in season 1 to 3 of Buffy, she did have some development, but she has grown a huge leap from Angel episode 1, season 1 to right now. And I think this episode did a very, very good job at portraying that. It just feels really, really sad as well with all of the Charisma Carpenter stuff that has recently come out as well. And of course everyone else that suffered abuse from He Who Shall Not Be Named. And, I think Charisma killed it, especially with this being a very, very pivotal episode, not just in terms of, like, there's this life or deaths, there's that in the balance, but also with the fact that she's gone through some changes, which opens up some opportunities further down the lines about how it can impact her and the group as well, and the long-term effects potentially of Cordy's character. So, because I don't think, her just being woo is going to be the only side effect, and I think, all the side effects, I have a feeling that all the side effects aren't going to be all sunshine and rainbows, so yeah, but that remains to be seen. But yeah, still, it was very, very interesting to see Cordy go on her journey, go back in time, well, subjective, isn't it? But she technically glanced back to her past and how there was that opportunity for Cordy to get what she desired for the most. And I really loved how this episode handled that situation, that Cordy had everything in her power. Like, there was a crossroads at that party. She could have gone and obtain her dreams, chase her dreams, or she could have done what she has done for these past 3 and a bit seasons. And it's really, really amazing to see it's almost like the wish in Buffy, actually, about how dreary the alternative was if this life wasn't chosen, etc. Then yeah, we could have had a completely grimmer turn of events if the life we've been experiencing for so many seasons, and I think it was in season 3 as well, The Wish, if the events that we've experienced had not happened, if things changed, then we could be in for a grim future, and we were with this, because we had Wesley who lost an arm, we had Angel who was acting worse than his Pylea breakdown, if anything, which is very, very haunting. And you just got to think about how Cordy has been very fundamental to the team, and how, I mean, this is it though, like, especially with Doyle's death, Cordy not being there, it's a huge hole in his heart. And not just that though, but every great action that has turned out because of the fact that, because of Cordelia Chase, every good action, what happens to them remains, like, it could have a worse outcome. So, because this is the thing about what ifs, you gotta think back at all of the things this character has made an impact on, especially if you're going back in the past. And you got to think, what if, you know, you remove that person from the equation, how drastic the differences would be. And we saw it in this episode of how drastic things were. There's a dreary atmosphere because of a lack of Cordelia. And this is the thing, Cordelia has been beating herself up regarding her worth, because she said back in episode 2 of this season, what am I without my powers? And this episode is this episode gives a solid affirmation regarding the fact about how pivotal and how much heart that Cordelia brings to Angel investigations, and how you know, she is needed. So, because this is it, she did worry, she felt she was nothing, but this episode shows how much she gives to the group, how she was giving Angel comfort, and how humanizing she's become over the, like, this is the good thing about the what if scenario that we saw, though, because it wasn't a struggle about you know, Cordy being like, oh, this is a life at first. Like, instantly we saw Cordy battle with that idea about like, the Hyperion Hotel, it needs me, and I need to fulfill who I am now, and that is a hero. That is who Cordelia is right now. And what I really think about this episode is, whilst it's a celebration of, you know, who Cordy has become and how far she has grown in not just Buffy but Angel as well, I feel like there's a metaphorical death as well, because of course that was the alternative. I think there was that talk about one more vision and you are dead, and we saw how her brain was deteriorating, and I've got to say it was very shocking looking at the images and whatnot. But we saw how Cordy was on the cusp of death, and there we go. And I feel like there is a metaphorical sense to Cordelia and her dying in this episode. I feel like there is a death, if that makes sense, because of Cordy and the change being part demon. And not just that, though, but giving up the thing she has yearned for so much ever since we first saw her. You have been handed this opportunity on a silver platter. And like I said, there was no battle, in my opinion, in terms of, oh, this is the life, and then, you know, we reach halfway. It was not even a few minutes, if anything. Like, halfway point would be the turning of the tides, I guess, in terms of, oh, maybe I should do this. But it was a few minutes for Cordelia before she was like, I need to head to the Hyperion Hotel, etc., and I need to head to Cynthia, and yeah. And inside, she's always this hero. She could have had it. Her desires, her greatest ambitions, the things she has fought for, she could have had everything, and she chose to give that up. And I feel like there is death there, because this is not who Cordy is anymore. The Cordelia we saw in Buffy season 1 is non-existent. Cordy has grown so much. She is a lot more selfless. She's heroic. She's compassionate. And, you know, there's no going back. This is who she is. She could have reverted back. She could have been in that zone. She could have accepted being this actress that she has fought for so much. And don't get me wrong, I feel like a part of her, you know, would still yearn for that, obviously. But it was the choice of living the life she has always wanted, and letting others suffer, or herself potentially suffering even further, hoping to find some kind of loophole, which we did, but also protecting the people, being a hero. And she chose the latter because that's who Cordy is right now, and she's grown so much, and I'm so proud of Cordelia and her growth in the Buffyverse. So yeah, this is not the world she wanted to be a part in anymore. Like, and I think that's a big testament to how Cordy has died, in a sense, because she had that chance to. And voila. So I feel like there is that kind of metaphorical sense with the weight of death lingering on her shoulders, the prospect of her potentially dying in this episode. She did die, but not in the sense that we worried about. It's a happy death, if anything, because this is like that Cordelia is never gonna come, because this is who Cordelia is right now. She's a hero. She empathizes so much. She could have had that opportunity, but that's not who Cordelia is. And that's really beautiful. So, and it's just so great. You know, you could just think about Cordelia's journey and it's just great. So, yeah. And it's, like I said, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens with, now that she's part demon. Again, like going back to how there was not this tug of war battle when we went into that what if scenario. The fact that Skip, who, it was great to see Skip again. We loved Skip. So yeah, Skip offered this opportunity. Like, you can become part demon. It's a loophole. It's not, great. And there might be side effects. Didn't even, take half an hour to think about, okay, let's weigh in the positives and benefits. She said, do it. Just do it. Not even 10 seconds, given the offer, because, yeah. That is who Cordy is right now, and I just really, really, love the fact that we had that, as well as, exploring other past elements as well, like Doyle and how he felt for Cordelia, and it was, crushing to attack my heart like that again. And, seeing how the others reacted as well, about learning about how she's been having these how she's been having this medication, how she's been keeping this under blankets for a year. And, I can understand why there is a bit of, I'd say a bit of anger, especially from Angel's direction, because he would have done anything to make sure that Cordy was in a better place. And we saw that, especially with how he was not willing to let this subside whatsoever. At the end of the day, I do understand, though, with Cordy, because she's scared. This is a situation that is impossible to explain to a doctor about. It's impossible to find a cure without, making everyone else worry. And again, it's growth for Cordelia because of the fact that she is choosing to think about others over herself. She is worried about about other reactions rather than her own, because, that's it. At the end of the day, she's choosing to put other, like, she would rather, like, it's difficult to find a solution for her pains and whatnot. It's not difficult to empathize, although, a few people in this world, in the real world, could, be taught with that lesson. But no, it's not difficult to empathize with Cordelia, and that's it. She's putting other lives ahead of her own. So yeah. Get comfortable. I'm not comfortable in this chair. I was in I was sitting awkwardly for that, so yeah. But yeah, this was great. I loved Dennis and how he's a wholesome, and I loved that interaction with Fred and Dennis. That was really like, they're too wholesome. They are two wholesome characters, and this is the well, it's not the battle of the ages. This is the meeting that we never knew we wanted. So yeah, but it was great to have that, and Dennis trying to throw a party for Cordy. So yeah, and the whole birthday scenario was really, really sweet of them as well. So yeah, this was a really, really great episode. A nice look at you know, Cordelia and how others feel about her as well. It just pains me that Skip brought Cordelia in, and I'm sure this was intentional in some sense. I don't know if he's bitter about what happened, you know, the last time Angel and Skip interacted, but I feel like it was intentional. I mean, the timing is impeccable to have Cordy catch, you know, Angel saying something that out of context is really, really shitty, but obviously we know that Angel would never think of that with Cordelia. I mean, he made his point about Cordelia being weak, and that's it. She was weak. She's in a weak condition. She's not a weak character. She's in a weak condition. But out of context, that's going to sound dodgy, isn't it? So I'm sure that was intentional, because as soon as Skip and Cordy left, he went back into a more passive direction if Cordy were to stick around for that. But yeah. But yeah, it was still great to see Skip and, you know, his character. I really liked him in episode 2. Really, really funny. Which, it's a nice coinky-dink, isn't it? How how the 2 occasions that Skip has been involved was when there were severe reactions from Cordy's visions. So, yeah. But yeah, it will be very interesting to see what happens with Cordy now, part demon, and what kind of differences that will create for the show. So, yeah, but solid episode, solid. It was just solid, especially with charisma and especially with how her character has grown, and you know, the chance that she could have had, she didn't, you know, linger on it for too long, because she's a hero, she's a champion, and she's Cordelia Chase, a queen. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!